Who says politicians can't talk straight? Most of you, I thought when I was writing this speech, I thought, oh, I'm going to be talking to all those same people again, and I thought I would talk about something a little different, but I do see a lot of new faces, so I'll give you the short one. Cut taxes, cut spending. Illegal immigration means illegal. That's simple. That's the quick part. So what I wanted to talk about in my little speech, I have a lot of people ask, why are you running? And I know that should be the primary question you ask yourself before you even sign up to run, but I kind of blank on that. And so I started analyzing it, as I am wont to do, and I kind of wonder sometimes why I'm running. I think maybe my philosophy about government is that being an elected official you're probably kind of weird if you want to do it. And maybe it should be more like jury duty. They should have to send you the threatening letter and hunt you down and make you come be an elected official. Maybe people who love government, maybe they're not the people who should be in government. Kind of like, I'm sorry, are you the lawyer daughter? Okay. You know, maybe lawyers are not the best people to be writing laws for us. Okay, so I guess the common answers to why are you running for office, I want to get involved. I want to do things. I want to help people. I want to solve problems. So I really thought about some of those answers, and they're good. They're good answers. But I think what we see is a lot of people who do get elected, that might not really be why they were running. When you look at what they do when they're in office, I think maybe they were running to get power, money, recognition, be popular, and I think it's much more important than that. We have to look at what the real purpose of government is, and that's arguable. And if you look at what the government is doing right now, it seems a lot of people perhaps have a different purpose in mind than I would have. If we look at the Declaration of Independence, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, originally it was life, liberty, and property, which is interesting. Why would property be so important, right up there with life and liberty? And it made me think of the Ten Commandments, something that always, you know, the Ten Commandments are pretty straightforward, but in the top 10 is thou shalt not covet. And I started wondering, why was that so important? And then I thought, property, covet. There's an old joke about capitalism in Russia. A capitalist shows, American probably, capitalist shows up in Russia, and there's a weeping peasant by the side of the road, and he says, what's wrong? I want to help you. And the peasant says, my neighbor has a pig. And the capitalist, you know, being an optimistic capitalist, goes and buys the guy a pig and drops the pig off, and the guy's still not happy. Why aren't you happy? And the guy looks at him and says, well, go kill my neighbor's pig and I'll be happy. And I think what we have is a government that is killing all of our pigs. It's taking our pigs and it's giving them to other people, and it needs to stop. And so that's really why I'm running, to protect our freedom. The purpose of government is not to make everybody healthy, wealthy, and wise. The purpose of government is to protect you so you can do that yourself. And it's there to protect you. You're going to make mistakes, but that's part of freedom. When the government tries to do everything for everybody, it doesn't do a very good job of it, and it completely destroys freedom and the human spirit. And so I have to say that's my purpose in running for office, is to protect the freedom that we have. Now, we didn't get this way overnight. I have another little, this is something else that occurred to me once. Do you ever notice, sometimes when you're driving along and you see a lot of ranches, you'll see those broken wagon wheels they put up by their fence posts. Do you ever wonder why they're there? Because that's where the wagon broke down when they were on their way west. You don't really think anybody set out to settle in Hays, Kansas, do you? Nope, it's where the wagon broke down. Our progenitors, our ancestors, the spirit of freedom, they were so unhappy with having their freedom infringed on that they left. They didn't care about security. They risked all their security for freedom. But somehow I think we've let them down. We've started little by little, depending on other people, to make things comfortable and secure for us. And we've got to start turning that around, because we're getting to the point where our freedom is truly at stake. There are so many when the government provides money, it also provides the strings. And the government is providing money everywhere, and they're attaching more and more strings. And we've got to fight that. And so I guess my purpose in running, why I'm campaigning, is because I want to convince as many people as I can of this, that we're better. We don't need to depend on the government. We can do it ourselves.